We all have things that we don't like about one another. And that's fine, that's how humans are. We aren't perfect in any way possible. And I'm going to list the people who are far from being perfect. Girls who say, "I'm not like the other girls." The ironic thing is, saying that makes you exactly like the other girls. Then these girls will listen to one Billie Eilish song and they will claim that they're antisocial and they'll just dye their hair pink. It's also when those girls will have an Instagram photo online and the caption will say, "Insert basic inspirational quote." Now, by saying that, you are also categorized as those other girls. They also will say, "I only have guy friends because girls are too much drama." What that secretly means is that she is packing more hot dogs than a hot dog stand. People who blow all their money on a shitty car and they rev it really loud at 3 a.m. Taking the muffler off your car so it can be heard more is like talking really loud in a conversation so you can be heard more than others. In the end, it's very annoying and it also makes you look like an asshole. They always have to share their mechanic work online and it's the worst thing you've ever seen. And they always have to do their drag races down suburban streets at 3 a.m. and the car goes at least about 35 miles per hour until it starts shaking. They try to look like those cars that messed with Mac, but instead they look like those Mexican lawnmower races. Then the Hicks will spend all their paychecks on a 2002 Chevy truck that has 300,000 miles, and they only go a couple hundred miles till it starts breaking. And instead of investing in a new car, they just look at that and they say, "Well, we gotta fix that bitch again, I tell you what," while yelling racial slurs and "Trump 2020!" People who are loud and destructive in public and they think it's funny. Like people who are loud and obnoxious and nothing funny will come out of it and it's just like, just a nuisance. People who give fast food workers hard times. And as a fellow fast food worker myself, I think I speak for all, if not most, fast food workers, is if we say sorry after you're giving us hell for a minor inconvenience, we aren't actually sorry. And we won't forget it because next time we walk into the store or the restaurant, we look at each other and we're like, "Here we go." And we just pray that you forgot about last time where we accidentally put 2 sugars instead of the 25 you've ordered. Or if we added a little less ketchup than what you wanted. Instead of being polite and asking us at the appropriate time very nicely, you have to approach us like you're an abusive stepdad and we are your stepkids. How would you feel if I went to your work, look at your job, and I said, "This is awful. What the hell? Can you not do anything right? Fix it." Chances are you probably suck at your job and you're taking your frustration from your boss toward high schoolers and college kids who need that money to survive. It's like you have some sort of power. Grow up. Guys who are always like, "Do you know what I could do to you?" after losing an argument. The only way they think they've won that argument is by threatening someone based on physical appearance. It doesn't work. You look like an asshole and it makes you look more wrong. Late night shows are awful now. Trevor Noah, Stephen Colbert, Seth Meyers, Jimmy Kimmel. Awful. Terrible. Conan is the only one who can hold up to this day. Since Corona hit, we've seen how awful these hosts are. They get paid millions to make the select few people laugh. I don't get paid anything and I'm still unfunny. But you guys are paid to do your job and none of you can do anything. Saturday Night Live also sucks ass. Years and years of just shitty writing. You guys are wasting Pete Davidson's career like the Detroit Lions wasted Calvin Johnson's career. What are you guys going to start doing since Trump got voted out? Write new jokes? And Wendy Williams and Ellen DeGeneres don't think you're any better. You guys have awful shows, and I'm so glad that people with the right mind think the same. Ellen looks like Owen Wilson without a dick for her nose. She also looks like that elf in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Wendy Williams looks like something I'd find in a dumpster at a Brazilian 7-Eleven at 3 a.m. Just living in a third world country. But their staff members are treated actually worse than the government does treat their own citizens in those shithole countries. And all the women in The View look worse and more bustier than the middle school lunch ladies. All of your shows suck. Furries are a disgrace, so aren't bronies. They smell bad and they bring more fleas than those dogs you see in those commercials where you pay 30 cents a day to incinerate them. When Harris comes into office, I hope to God she signs a bill to legalize furries. Obama, you had 8 years. Trump, you had 4. Biden, you had 47. Why didn't any of these politicians, from all the politicians we've had since the 80s, why didn't they do anything to legalize furries? They're all talk, no action. This is more important than the economy and healthcare. And like I said, apparently the furries were starting to be a thing in the 80s. Why didn't Ronald Reagan do anything about it? Instead, he's being an actor in the newest Call of Duty campaign game. If our future president is a furry, I am going to start a civil war. Those people who also live in suburban homes and they're all like, with the gang and shit. They talk about all these fights and everything. They said, my parents never loved me, they left me behind. While your mom and dad comes back from their an awesome 9-to-5 job making 3 figures a year, but no, we're suffering. And their parents pay for everything and they still flex about it. I wonder if we can get away with euthanizing these people. Like I said, nobody's perfect. Everyone is unequal in the eyes of God. But these people really grind my gears. And you know, I'm not the best person either. Look at me, I got a Minecraft window, like, I'm 17. I look like I'm 40. What the fuck are you supposed to think of? This isn't a college dorm. This is my parents' house. I live in Maine. I mean, what else do you want from me? People in America don't even know that Maine's a state. They think it's part of Canada. But I hope you guys like this video. And if you're one of these people and you get really upset and you send a mean comment or go in my DMs and try to say something mean, I'm obviously right.